Hi everybody, it's Mordecai from Queer Universe, and today's video is going to be more of a rant than anything, just because I heard this during a lecture in college, and it really struck a nerve with me, and you'll see why. So, a bit of a backstory, I did talk about this professor before. She's one that I loathe, and I haven't had many professors like this that I've just absolutely despised. And I took that video down because, while what she did affect my mental health, I did kind of ramble a bit and brought up some really heavy subject matter. I did trigger warn it, but at the same time I felt like that was kind of out of place. So I'll make a separate video about my mental health and being LGBT at some point. So yeah, I apologize about that. I don't think anyone saw it, or if I did, it was just a few select people. So if you saw it, I do apologize. Anyway, so I missed class on Monday because I had a presentation that I had to get ready for to give in one of my geology classes. It's one of my majors, and I'm really dedicated to my majors. So anyway, skipped that class, went to class on Wednesday, and they had gone over feminism for part of literary theory. My bad, sorry. And I've gone over that before in another class, so I didn't miss too much, even though I kind of wish I had gone to that class, even though I feel like this class is a waste of my time. It's called Advanced Composition and Theory, and for the most of the semester, it's just been a review of Comp 1, which we're English/creative writing majors, that's my second major. We know our stuff by now. Teach us something new. You can go into the basics of what this is, but we know what it is. Anyway, that part of the rant aside, so I don't really pay attention to her because as I said, she talks about a lot of basic stuff. And then in lecture she brought up queer theory, which I think I mentioned in a previous video that I was working with a professor that I adore, she's amazing, that I just finished working with over these articles and research on queer theory that she's doing a publication over. And so, aside from being LGBT, I have more than one horse in this race because, even though I am a bit biased because I am in the community, I have a lot of background just studying it as well. So anyway, during the lecture, when she's just spouting off stuff, I really don't feel applied because, she's an old woman, she does that. I'll, write in cursive so I can tell it apart from my notes, thick ideas and just random thoughts I have. I wrote this part down that she said because it just struck a nerve with me. Mostly the way she said it, it was really dismissive. She's a very dismissive person. Very hoity-toity and condescending. What she said was LGBT, whatever those string of letters are. I look up from my thing, I glare at her, really hard. And, I don't have peripheral vision. That's part of my visual impairment. Again, I'll go into more detail about it in another video. But that's part of it. And, I didn't even know if she could see that I was glaring at her, but I'm I'll fight you. The next thing that comes out of your mouth is invalidating to any part of the community because she invalidates non-binary people. So, it's just, one, the way she said it, and two, how righteous of you, being a straight, cis, white woman, just feeling these identities that have been added and that include more people is just nonsense to you. It's not. As someone who's been told that their identity doesn't exist, being aromantic and asexual, and being told, oh, I'm just picking and choosing all these labels because I'm indecisive, even though I'm trying to find out who I am, sexual identity-wise, until, I came upon being aromantic asexual that I feel more comfortable with. and just being represented at all. It really took a stab at me, and I'm already told that I'm not valid, even though I am, and I've heard other people in the community be invalidated as well, even though they're valid. And for her to say that, it's just the nerve of her, really, because like these people are being represented when they feel like they're broken or they're wrong or they're misguided or something, and like even though, hey, you're pansexual or you're bisexual or whichever identity you are, that is there for them to know that they're not broken or misguided, but they are a person who feels this way and identifies, and it's fine, you know, it's natural. And like, they're able to find a sense of belonging, which is, it's really valuable as a human. Like, we want to belong. And like, especially if like the person who's identifying with whatever sexual or gender identity is ostracized from their family or kicked out or anything, like, that's their symbiotic family, their chosen family. Some in the community, and then like some are just, you know, friends who've been supportive. And like, it's not your place to say that, oh, this LGBT alphabet soup or whatever doesn't make sense, or like, there's too many identities. Ugh. It's not your place. It's just, it's invalidating, of course. I'm gonna beat that horse dead. And it's just like saying you don't agree with it because, like, it's not an opinion. These people are real. We're all real. And we're valid. We're people, just like you. Just, I don't know. I'm like, even if you can't remember all the letters, you don't have to say it so condescendingly. Just be like, LGBT+. If you can't remember all the letters in the acronym. Like, you know, it's not that difficult. And like, I don't know, I'm really emotional about it, obviously. And she didn't bring it up again, of course, because we moved on, and like, I just felt like that was also a stab, like, oh, we're not gonna go into queer theory. I mean, like, she talked about the basics and then moved on, which is really rare for her. And I thought she was going to invalidate non-binary people again, because she was like, all these different sexual identities and gender identities, whether you're female or male. And then she added in between, and I'm like, you better, because, excuse me, you're already one of those people who are like, oh, they, them as plural. It's not singular. Yeah. I have non-binary friends who matter a lot to me, and I will fight for them. So yeah. I wanted to fight her so bad. I hate, like, interrupting class or causing a scene or anything. I'm one of the quiet kids, like, I'm not a kid, I'm 22. But, I'm like, I just stay to myself, learn, drink my Pepsi during it, because I have to, like, be drinking or eating something so I don't fall asleep. I don't know if it's like a blood sugar thing or anything, but like, yeah. I don't know. Just, I emailed the dean. She's like, there was this course evaluation, and I ripped her a new one as much as I could anonymously. That's a hard word to say. And I told the dean, hey, Dr. Hag is really problematic, and here's why, in detail. I didn't want to, like, make it known who I was in the evaluation, because, like, the dean, apparently, I just learned this, like, will sit with each of the English department professors and, like, rip them a new one about the negative comments they get, which is really cool, because, like, she could get torn up. Like, I haven't seen if, like, the dean replied to my email, but I hope he at least, like, takes that into consideration. So, he's a really cool dude. So, there's hope. I really don't want people who come after me and have her as a professor to deal with to the extremes of what I've had to deal with. So, I don't know if she's tenured or not. And, like, I don't want people to lose their jobs, but she's really not cut out to be a professor in a liberal arts department, especially when, like, even though we're in Arkansas, there are a lot of, like, liberal, open-minded people in the department, so I don't know. Alright. I feel like I've ranted enough. It's a little late at night. I need to go to bed because I have class tomorrow, so I will see you all in probably the next video, which is on Tuesday. I know I say probably because I am going to upload. Yeah. I will see you when I see you. Alright. Have a good day, evening, night, whatever. Stay safe. Love you. Bye.